Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am going to ramble today. I don't really have a purpose for this video, but I knew I wanted to just let some feelings out, so I guess this is going to be a heart-to-heart with you guys. I don't know, this video wasn't planned. This video isn't scripted, or, you know, I don't have points in front of me to help me out. I don't know, I was just feeling it. I just thought I'm going to do a video. And then I just thought, I'll just talk. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm dealing with some stuff at the moment that is very, very stressful, and everything is getting on top of me, and I just felt I needed to talk. I needed to let it all out. And you guys are going to be in my listening ear. So thank you for that, and I apologise in advance. But yeah, so I had a stressful day at work today. It was really stressful. It's a bit crazy at work because we've got a new starter, and so we've got one lady who is training her, and then we've got another colleague who deals with a different part of reception than I do. So I basically was doing so much stuff today, and it just felt like I was the only one doing anything, because obviously the new starter is still learning and we're having trouble with her login and stuff. So it was basically me running up and down, signing people in. Also my company are organising an event in the next week and a bit, I think. And yeah, I basically am in charge of calling in vendors to sell their products. So I've been trying to get hold of vendors at the moment to see if they can come in. It literally has just been absolutely crazy, and I think it stressed me out to the point where it came across that I was taking it out on the customer, and that was not good, and that is not me. Normally I'm like chatty and having a giggle with everyone, and I seriously just wanted to drive myself into a wall today. That's how bad it was. I think I've got a lot on anyway, so that didn't help. But yeah, my fish died Sunday night, and I think one thing that's really got to me is how people don't really respect it so much. And I think, okay, so you think it's just a fish, but that was my pet. My only pet. I bonded with that pet. I gave it a home and I fed it every day, and I just feel like where, you know, losing someone or something is the situation, I don't think it should be mocked, and I think a lot of people are just laughing about it. You know, I'm getting people say, oh, did you flush him down the toilet, haha, or oh, did you eat him then, or I mean, just little things like that, like, oh, it's just a fish, don't worry about it. And it's just like, part of me can see that. I can totally see that, yeah, it's just a fish, you know. It's not like, you know, a dog who gets very personable with you, and I know that. But I think the thing is, a lot of people have misconceptions on how smart goldfish are, and they just think, oh, you know, it's just got a 3-second memory. It was, you know, forgetting all the time anyway, didn't even know who you were half the time. It was like meeting you again every day. And those are just myths. Those are myths. They are not true. Fish are really smart. Their memory lasts about 4 months. They actually respond to voice, and they recognize your face. And I particularly learned all this at the start when I first got my goldfish. His name was Jonah, and I won him at a carnival. And yeah, I learned this because I used to feed him by hand, and it took some getting used to, like him getting used to me, but eventually I was able to give him his food from my fingers. Every time I said his name, wherever he was in the tank, he'd suddenly be at the front, like flapping around, and you could tell, like, sometimes I'd just walk in the room and he'd spot me and he'd suddenly go crazy. And I just know, I learned a lot about goldfish in the time that I had Jonah, because I needed to know about him and how to look after him, and kind of, you know, when he's not well, what signs should I look for and things like that. So for me, it's like people are saying, oh, it's just a fish, oh, you can eat him now. And I just think that's really mean, because you know what? I would never do that back to anyone. If somebody had, you know, a pet rat, I wouldn't say, oh, it's just a rat, it's vermin. I'd feel for the person. They've made a bond with that rat. That pet is their family. And I think that's just really got to me today, that people don't really take it seriously, and people were laughing about the fact that he was bobbing in the water, just like dead. And it really upset me, and I don't think people quite realise. They just think they're just being silly. It's just a little fish. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I cried my eyes out. I cried my eyes out when I had to let him go. And when I had to do the whole final goodbye and clean out the fish tank. And last night I went to bed crying, because I come in my home and he's there, and you've got the bubbles and the filter noises in the background, and there's a life inside the room that's not me, and it is weird without him. It's like I walk in the room and it's just a big hollow, you know, box. Like there's nothing, there's no, I don't know, it's really hard to explain. I cried a lot because he was my little pet, and I had him, and from like, he was this big, and when he died he was like this big, and I just felt very sad today at the fact that people were mocking my emotions towards that. So that kind of got to me, and yeah, there's just so much going on in my head, and I guess I'm just having a bad moment where everything's getting to me, and I don't really know how to be the strong person that I am. So I'm quite good at, you know, stating my case and saying my piece and standing up for myself, but right now I'm just like falling apart. And I think that's why I wanted to do this video. I wanted to talk, and I wanted to, I don't know, show you guys that it's not just all happiness all the time. It's not, you know, I have a great fiance and a great family, and I go on lots of holidays and weekends away, and I do fun things all the time, and I don't spend a lot of time at home because I'm always out doing stuff. And you know, that's who I am. I like to stay busy, but equally life isn't always going to be that good. You know, we are going to be faced with things that really challenge us, and I think I'm going through that kind of period at the moment where it's like everything that could go wrong is going wrong, and I'm not really headstrong with it. So yeah, I guess I just wanted to show you guys that this is life, and this is my life. You know, you'll see lots of good things happen, and you know, especially in the coming months, there's going to be so much fun stuff. I've got 4 hen do's coming up. 4 hen do's. One of them is in Dublin, so I've got a Dublin trip coming up this month. I've got, you know, my wedding, my honeymoon. I've got so much good stuff going on right now, but equally I just, you know, I am a normal person who goes through the difficulties of life, and I'm particularly sensitive at the moment. So yeah. So I don't know. I don't really know what else to say now. I just kind of